This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The President says that the government will give its fullest support to develop the Colombo University and the law faculty. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has ordered the suspension of the transportation of beef and mutton at district and provincial level. Measures will be taken to establish the Satosa outlets at village level. The government is planning to develop the port of Colombo up to Jaila. It has been reported that the selling of dangerous drugs in the vicinity of schools targeting school children has increased considerably. And in foreign news, US and Russia to explore more prisoner swaps. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the government will give its fullest support to develop the Colombo University and the law faculty. He made these remarks while participating at the 75th anniversary celebration of the University of Colombo. The president is the first old boy of the law faculty. He stated that attention should be focused to make the University of Colombo the world's best university after improving all the infrastructure facilities of the university. The President has advised the authorities of the university to prepare a program to recruit permanent staff. He also focused attention on the progress review of the construction plan of the engineering faculty of the university. Due to the sudden death of animals in the northern and eastern provinces, President Ranil Wickremesinghe has ordered the suspension of the transportation of beef and mutton at district and provincial level with immediate effect to ensure public health safety. Meanwhile, the Livestock Division of the Ministry of Agriculture said earlier today that the number of cattle, buffaloes and goats that have died in the northern and eastern provinces has exceeded 1,000 due to the change in weather conditions reported in recent days. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Discounts of up to 60% for People's Bank credit cards this festive season.
We continue with local news. Minister Nalin Fernando says that measures will be taken to establish the Satosa outlets at village level in order to provide goods at concessionary rates to consumers. He made these remarks while opening a Satosa outlet in Ahongalla. The inflation, which was at 92%, has now reduced to 69%. Rice imported into the country has been suspended as there are sufficient stocks of rice available in the country at present. Distribution of fertilizer is being carried out successfully under the advice of the President. The government is planning to develop the port of Colombo up to Jaila. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva stated that several ports in the island will also be developed. Sri Lanka is to be made the main supply centre by developing the port of Colombo. Facilities will also be expanded for the development of the port. Secretary of the Lanka Principals Association, P.S. Fernando, says that the selling of drugs in the vicinity of schools targeting school children has increased considerably. This problem has been witnessed in cities and rural areas. Speedy measures should be taken to prevent this practice from continuing. That ends the local segment of news.
Enjoy discounts of up to 60% at selected merchants. Only with your People's Bank credit card this festive season.
The main news news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Medical Supply Unit of the Ministry of Health says that the importation of medicinal drugs needed for the country has not been limited. Director of the unit, Dr. Tushita Sudarshana, said that around 300 different varieties of medicinal drugs are being produced locally. He also stated that around 20,000 drugs are to be imported in the near future. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Celebrate Christmas and New Year with lots of CIB discounts. Valuable gifts with bank discounts till 31st of December. Come to CIB today.
Take a look at Watchlight. The Department of Examination says that applications for re-scrutinization of the results of the GCE Ordinary Level Examination 2021 can be submitted online up to the 20th of this month. Commissioner General of Examinations, LMD Dharmasena, says that applications can be submitted by entering the official website of the department on www.doenets.lk or online exam.gov.lk. That came to you in Watchlight.
Celebrate Christmas and New Year with lots of CIB discounts. Valuable gifts with bank discounts till 31st of December. Come to CIB today.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
We give you the strength to rise higher and higher.
Never step back, but always march forward.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
US and Russia to explore more prisoner swaps. China-Arab summit opens up new prospects for building community with shared future. New Belgrade-Tianjin flight to boost Serbia-China economic ties. The US and Russia say they are open to more prisoner swaps a day after an American basketball star was exchanged for a notorious arms dealer. Brittany Griner is back in the US following 10 months in a Russian jail. The White House is under pressure to free ex-US Marine Paul Whelan, who has been in a Russian jail for 4 years. Russian President Vladimir Putin said more swaps were possible, a rare example of US-Russian cooperation amid Moscow's war with Ukraine. The China-Arab States Summit and the China Gulf Cooperation Council Summit, two first-of-its-kind events in Chinese Arab history, were held here successfully yesterday with the presence of Chinese President Xi Jinping and more than 10 Arab leaders. The milestone summits have yielded fruitful results between China and Arab states. The Chinese president also elaborated on building a China-Arab community with a shared future in the new era. Observers view the events as opportunities to bring China-Arab relations and China-GCC relations to new heights, to strengthen future cooperation, promote common security and develop, and to future advance dialogue among civilizations. The first direct flight between Serbia's Belgrade and North China's Tianjin city was launched yesterday, operated by Serbia's national carrier Air Serbia. Serbian Prime Minister Ana Brnabić was present at the launch. Brnabić said at a press conference at Belgrade Airport that the flight will further strengthen economic ties between Serbia and China, bring new investors, attract a large number of tourists to Serbia, and improve relations and cultural exchange between the two nations. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. US and Russia to explore more prisoner swaps. China-Arab summit opens up new prospects for building community with shared future. New Belgrade-Tianjin flight to boost Serbia-China economic ties. That ends this bulletin of world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
Amidst all challenges, we will rally around you and advance.
heights. In the face of hardships, let's stand strong together.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
On to development news. The Smart Vari Agri School will be constructed in the Vagayakulam village in Anuradhapura. It will be constructed with financial assistance from the World Bank. The aim of this move is to develop the agricultural sector in the country, and that came to you in development news. And now we take a look at sports news. Indian batsman Kishan hit the fastest double century in one-day international history by smashing a sublime 210 in victory over Bangladesh. Kishan took 126 balls to reach 200, breaking the previous record for men's and women's cricket held by New Zealand's Amelia Kerr. Kerr reached the mark of 134 balls against Ireland in 2018. The West Indies opener Chris Gayle held the previous men's record, taking 138 deliveries against Zimbabwe in 2015. That was sports news.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest. An interest rate of 22% in 4 months. NSB, the safest place for your money.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
For the first time in South Asia, a room air conditioner test facility would be set up in Sri Lanka jointly by the Korean Energy Agency and the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority. The Korea Energy Agency will fund this project with an investment of $200,000. Director Korea Research Institute Gi-jung said that globally over 70% of the electricity bill in houses and large hotels are for air conditioning. He said that was as a result of high energy consumption due to a result of faulty and high energy consumption by air conditioners. And that was business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest. An interest rate of 22% in 4 months. NSB, the safest place for your money.
Economic news, courtesy of...
For the 5th consecutive year, LOLC is awarded People's Financial Services Brand of the Year at the 2022 Slim Kantar People's Awards. As the People's Financial Services Brand of the Year, LOLC continues to place the customer first, and this has won the hearts, minds and trust of Sri Lankans, with yet another prestigious award as proof of this lasting commitment. LOLC. Imagine the possibilities.
Economic news. Treasury bills valued at 98 billion rupees will be issued. These bills will be issued expiring in 91, 182 and 364 days. These bills can be purchased from primary dealers and licensed commercial banks. This auction will take place on Wednesday. And finally, we take a look at the weather report.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
The Met Department says that showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the northern, north central and eastern provinces during the afternoon or at night. Showers may occur in the northwestern province and in the Mannar district during the morning. A few showers are likely in the western, Sabaragamu and central provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damage caused by temporarily localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The President says that the government will give its fullest support to develop the Colombo University and the law faculty. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has ordered the suspension of the transportation of beef and mutton at district and provincial level. Measures will be taken to establish the Satosa outlets at village level. The government is planning to develop the port of Colombo up to Jayala. It has been reported the selling of dangerous drugs in the vicinity of schools targeting school children has increased considerably. And in foreign news, US and Russia to explore more prisoner swaps. That ends tonight's news broadcast.